You're very generous and kind every time that we do these. And I'm always like, yeah, so I hated this. I applauded when she left.
I always feel like I'm too hateful, so maybe this will be I'll be like, I fucking hated this shit. No, I mean, we'll see. I'll try and turn it and burn it.
Yeah, I think I'm just grouchy. I love this cast, but I hate so much about this.
It's good wig,
out.
bad wig.
Yes. It's like when you take one bad wig and then put a good wig on top of it. What Ginger did to Naomi's wig.
This season is a corset over a dress.
Corsets on dresses. That was so popular. I loved a corset on a dress. I did that all the time.
Hearing them talking about Seven.
Oh, yeah.
And Katya. By the way, the episode they talk about Snatch Game was so interesting.
Them thinking that Pearl was funnier than Ginger.
Well, them thinking Pearl was funnier, but also hearing Katya's clarification
about the Max thing?
It was so fascinating. It felt so like I felt like I had like
Third
a
eye was
moment of
reached.
surreal like clarity.
Yeah.
And it really felt like such a moment of like, this is how Drag Race like spoilers telephone.
Totally.
Because like I get like she was asked to sing, how that originated, but Katya being like, no, it was literally like her being cuntily like, so why don't you sing for us while you're down there?
Yeah.
Like that
we got all day.
That is actually hilarious.
It makes so much more sense in that context. Because like it always made me feel a little funny that Rue was like, how about you sing a song for us, Max?
Sing Judy Garland, please.
So we can embarrass you later.
I know you're catching your breath, but do you want to sing?
Right. But now hearing it like, sing us a song while you're down there.
And probably actually her being a little like bitchy off camera more so than like a conniving producer, but it turning into a production moment.
They're like, well, our cameras are rolling, so we're going to get this.
Like, I live. That was incredible.
Yeah. It literally third eye opened on that moment. And I felt like the whole world made sense. We're going to talk about that.
The still photo really like caught the crime of it all.
It really did. Okay. But we might disagree on this one. I don't know. We might. I don't know.
Save it.
We'll save it.
We'll save it. Okay, let's get into it.
Hi, hello, everybody. Welcome to That Sounds... What?
I was supposed to be like, wait, I don't have a sound.
That's very gay too, though, to be completely unprepared. Welcome to That Sounds Gay, a podcast where we discuss every season of Drag Race in chronological order, and we are in part 2 of season 15, which is such a huge freaking season. It's gigantic, y'all. My name is Chair, and our gay sound that has been completely prepped and ready by Jesse today is... Caw, caw. Is there a bird?
the crowing.
The gay bird.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like a Club 96 one of these days.
That's me cruising. There's people like, in like baseball caps and like, in shorts, and I'm just in the woods like.
Okay, but like high key, cruising is so dead now. There's no art to that anymore.
I heard it's a lost art. Well, I heard it's having a renaissance, but it's just people standing in their phones in parks.
Totally. Where like it used to be some dude like jorking in a bush for like hours waiting for someone to walk by.
The live stream.
Hey guys, thanks for the gifts. We're sitting here on TikTok Live while I cruise at the park. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. No, nobody's come by yet.
Thank you for the 1,000 coins.
Thanks for that, bestie. We are getting back into season 15. Last time, we talked about the first 4 episodes of this gargantuan season, and we talked for so much longer than I thought we were going to. We spent an hour on episode 1 and 2.
Woof.
We might have to start making, if there's a talent show, making that just be its own episode.
We need to figure out a way to not talk about it for like 45 minutes.
Right? Seriously. I don't really want to talk about the other challenges because they were horrible. And I feel like these challenges that are coming up are also horrible. But I think more than anything, this segment, it makes me feel lost and confused.
Confusion.
Look over there. We have episode 5 that we're getting into. House of Fashion. We have a girl group challenge, and we have a reboot of Daytona Wind.
Reboot. Sorry.
Alien actress rebooting over. We love a design challenge. And I feel like the twist of this is interesting.
I like the
Doing
house
houses.
idea. I think the house idea is very cute, very fun. If I got Ross's house, I would fall to my knees.
Yeah.
No, like in a bad way.
Oh, in a bad way.
Like, why would you do this to me?
Oh,
God,
got
no.
it. I thought you were like,
What house would you want? What house would you want?
honestly, probably Michelle's.
Michelle, I was
Michelle's
about
was where
to
it was
say.
at.
And I'm not even like, I don't wear animal print
Me
in my
either.
day-to-day life. She had the shits.
She had good stuff.
Because also she had drag shit.
Yes.
Because like Carson's, yes, plaid is fun, but plaid is risky, and it was very preppy, and it was very like neutral, bland, matte.
Yeah.
There's nothing shiny.
There's nothing exciting.
And like I will say Ross's, the fabrics were a lot fiercer than him.
Totally.
I was expecting like varsity striped, like sparkle jersey.
Yeah.
I think the tropical like fierceness of it all was actually quite nice, but
And resort wear is a fun idea.
if I was going into it blind, I would want Michelle's house. Absolutely.
Absolutely as well. I don't think I would want the others, but I mean, Michelle had those beautiful colors that were all laced in there. And like, I don't really do animal print either, but I would fuck with that. It was good.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would do a house season or a house challenge every year. You know, do an
Yeah.
unconventional and then a house. So something so fun about that.
But then also because like now with the different like casts, like the different girlies we have, like we could do like a house of T.S. Madison.
Yes.
And like, well, I mean, obviously girlies come and go, but like who is there someone else that we can keep having right
Law.
now? Oh my
House
God.
of Law, House of TS, and then House of
Well, even if they did
House of
like
Real.
what's his name? The choreographer.
Jamal.
Jamal, House of Sims,
my
and it's more like kind of like an athleisure like materials
That would be
And-
so hot.
plus like dance stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be
Period.
so into that. Yeah, this is a cool format. So we have Sugar Gone at the top of this. Spice is a disaster. And we're getting a couple
Shambles.
early... Naomi Shambles.
Yeah.
We're getting a couple early storylines. Mistress and Marsha are kind of being set up as later players. And I think what I'm noticing, especially rewatching it, is you can tell where the editors had to fudge things and force certain storylines. Like, we know that Drag Race is recorded for a very long time in a day. And they pick and choose what they want to keep to canonize for the final edit. So, like,
Yes.
one storyline could be between, I don't know, Jax and Malaysia, for all we know, right? Like, in some alternate universe. And that
Yes.
could exist in the show, but they just cut all that out because it's not important for us to see. They choose to focus on something else. I'm noticing how much they had to fudge these stories and really push something that was barely a blip just to fit, what was it, like 45 minutes we originally saw because of the shorter edit. And then when they had to extend it, they drop all this other filler stuff that doesn't make any sense to the rest of the episode. It's such a mess of a season.
Yeah, it also just makes you wonder what was on the cutting room floor and like what footage didn't get included, like because you know you can see 1,000,001 different vignettes, so it's like what else did we not see, what conversations weren't shown,
Right.
what else was happening with other people, with other groups, or what context even with the people in conversations we did see are we missing,
Right.
like so much unknown, and so much confusion
A lot of confusion.
and delusion.
And Conflama. One thing I'm noticing that is completely missing, there's a huge overarching story that Anitra doesn't talk, but all they show are Anitra confessionals. So this conversation in the workroom of her being so quiet, even during the reading challenge, they read her about how quiet she is. She's like talking the whole time in the confessionals.
I know she is a talking head, but she doesn't. It seems like she's not like she's one of those people where maybe if you're one-on-one with her, she's a kiki, but
Yeah.
in like a louder group setting, like it still is, she's not the loudest or
Right.
most forward to like speak.
Probably. It's just such a odd, incongruent storyline because the editors like her and they use her
Yeah.
to talk to us.
Well, it's clear she's going to make it a while because of how much we see her and, you know, how like we really, I mean, it's not like she had a lot of bad sides on Drag Race, if any, but we always see her good side on Drag Race.
Yeah. And then conversely, I feel like Marsha gets no confessional time, but she kind of dominates the workroom camera edits. It's almost to me like a Sugar. Very sugar cane where like she gets so much time on camera. What?
I just thought you were saying Sugar's name weird. Sugar and spice.
Not that bitch.
Sugar and spice.
Yes, it's like a very sugar cane, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like she gets so much time in the workroom that we're seeing her. The editors clearly love her, but the judges don't.
Yeah, she's not that girl for them.
Very strange editing choices.
It's not her night.
It's not her event.
This is not. She's a queen for all seasons.
Just not this one. What was I going to say about this? Spice thinks that someone else should have gone home last week.
Well, duh.
Obviously.
Her biological twin went home.
And I already aired out my tea. I think 3 people could have gone home last week. I think it could have been Sugar, Spice, and Aura. Boot them all out. They're all bottoms.
They're all bottoms.
And imagine a world where that happened, where I wanted that to happen. And we get a double save in this run, because I think it was possible that one could have happened. We'll get to that in a moment. But in the next day, they're asking her, like, who do you think should have gone home? Spice goes to open her mouth and is like, well, the thing is, whoop, whoop. She done already on had hers is. Rue was so over. She was like, no, this bitch is not getting any camera time.
Right. She's like, no, you're not having a story right now.
None.
Well, I feel like she would have said Aura though, right? I couldn't imagine who else she would have said.
I think she says in the confessional, it was Aura.
Because then I wonder if her, spoilers, her later one is supposed to be a redemption of this. But I'm like, girl, what? Anyways.
It doesn't make any sense in context.
Make it make sense.
We have the mini challenge as reading already. It's so early for this.
I also hate when they do reading early because I feel like the girlies need to get to know each other. And also with this many girls, like I would still be learning names.
Right. Well, who was it? Mistress Isabella. I'd be Mistress Isabella-ing.
I love that people still call her that. Like in 2015 when we're recording this in the bunker, they still call her that on Facebook.
Didn't Jada Shada misname like 2 or 3 people in Canada?
I think that's so fierce, especially when it is a reading challenge and you're literally unintentionally getting their name wrong. That's kind of fierce shade in its own way. It's Lisa Rinna calling fierce Fabulous.
Fabulous. God, when we get to the hole, I'm so excited when we get to the hole.
That is top tier. The hole is top tier.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm not going to make us do it, but we could do one podcast episode for every single episode of Canada versus the World Season 2. Because it's that girl. Canada versus the World is so good. We could make that a 3-parter. And do like episode 1 and 2.
The Petulant
Podcast. And then just change all the artwork, all the titles and everything. This reading challenge was actually quite funny. I wrote down a couple things that I thought were hilarious. One, Selena saying, do you know what the difference is between Mistress Isabel Brooks and a brick? A brick gets laid.
Fierce.
That was funny. And then Lux was very funny. The Robin Fierce. After this, you might want to change your name to Robin Fine. Marsha. It looks like everything from your closet is from Marshall's.
That was the one I was going to say. That's probably my favorite. That's just like the one from this challenge I think of. That's probably the one read that stuck, probably like postseason, is Marshall's. She was so giddy giving it too.
She started laughing midway through.
She was grinning from ear to ear.
She knew she ate. She knew it was good. But then also Lucy to Mistress, we get on her about her kitten heels, but it's not her fault. They start out as stilettos.
That is really good.
It was evil. But there's like a wide shot of Mistress laughing, but then they do a close-up of her scowling. And it was another inconsistent editing, you know?
Totally. Yeah.
I can't tell where they start to hate each other. Because as of right now, in this run, they still... Maybe. As soon as Lucy came out, Mistress was like, I understand homophobia now by hearing you talk.
I feel like it's also like, once it whittles down, like the room for like being cordial goes away. I don't know. We'll maybe see in the next segment. I feel like at just one point it becomes like this bitch Lucy, like, you know, like that.
She said I looked like I owned a pizzeria.
Yeah,
I'm tired of this bitch.
Someone told her. Someone on Queen Care was like, she said you look like you run a pizzeria. She's like, what?
Ruth says that the Maxi Challenge is fashion houses. They're gonna turn home decor into haute couture. To determine them, they do a key party. I kind of fuck with avant-garde, I'm not gonna lie.
Down Under versus the World.
Have you heard the rumors that they might get a Norma?
A Norma Jean?
There are early rumors saying that they're calling a Norma. And I'm like, I would die if they called a Norma.
That would be a Norma.
It would.
That would be a Norma.
That would be a Norma. And they're also saying the reason why they're moving it to Down Under is because UK is getting its own All-Stars. So they don't need to host a third franchise.
Yeah. But like they can still do real money.
A very little bit of money.
Yeah. $10,000.
It's probably the smallest prize package right next to nothing.
No, I wonder what it will be. 75K. Maybe it will be a true hundy.
Maybe. It'd be teeny tiny. I don't understand why they didn't have Lucy assign the roles of the houses.
As the winner of the reading challenge.
But they do a key party. They have the House of Kressley, which is labeled as town and chic country furnishings. And I love the farce that they do where they'll show them like a photo of them in something that is not anywhere near what the fabrics they give them. And they're like, look, this is straight from his house.
Right.
He provided these. Like when they did the Bradley's Closet one in Canada 4, they're like, Brad donated all these clothes. And it's like, why does he have a dress in his closet?
I feel like the vibes are giving like Carson's is like Equestrian Club.
Mm-hmm.
Ross is like Golden Girls in Palm Springs.
So tacky.
And then Michelle's is like stripper. Vegas stripper. In like 2002.
Who's an export from Jersey.
But like, yeah.
I'm just thinking of Raja's read from season 3. Dumb. Syphilis.
I feel like Michelle's package, like for her house, like it's giving like blue eyeshadow. I don't know how else to say it. Light blue eyeshadow.
That's Tiva.
Garage doors. Blue garage doors.
We have in that house of Kressley, Robin, Selena, Anitra, and Jax. House of Matthews is Lucy, Sasha, Malaysia, and Marcia. And then the house of Visage is Aura, Lux, Amethyst, Mistress, and Spice.
Interesting mixings. Totally. I feel like there's no like powerhouse group.
Right.
Where it feels like, oh, all of the stylish or fashion-y girls are together. It's very much like every group has someone who's probably a little weaker stylistically and someone who's a little stronger stylistically.
It's like a nice mix.
Yeah. I'm just glad that Lux got Michelle.
Me as well.
Because I think she understood what needed to be done.
She embraced the materials.
She embraced the materials. She spoke Jersey fluently.
I love that she spoke Jersey because she captured Michelle through her, and I think that's very important in these types of challenges.
It's the like slightly tacky fabulousness.
Yes. And I mean, the color inspiration is right there on the walls for what the collection should be. And I totally understand where each group went. I love the IKEA display that they created for each one of these. But the thing that I was so confused about, I saw that those giant paintings on the wall, and they said they could use everything. I would have ripped one of those right off the wall and used the canvas for something.
Ooh,
could you imagine? Like,
yeah,
you've got this big, funky barn pattern that you kind of deconstruct and then put back together almost like a mosaic.
Yeah.
And then rebuild it and keep something funky, psychedelic about it. I feel like there's so many cool inspirations.
That would have been cool. That would have been more inspired.
Yeah, this photo of like this building with the palm trees. There's something you could do with that.
Yeah, you could make a bodice out of that.
Easy. I don't know. I thought that would be fun. The walkthroughs are very unusually critical. And when Rue says, speaking of mess, hi, Selena. What in the fuck was that microaggressive comment, RuPaul?
There was not enough cream and sugar in her coffee enema.
She had it dark. It was a bad roast. It
was an acidic roast.
An acidic roast.
She went with a blonde roast because she was like, "Oh, I love blonde," and then she didn't know.
I love blonde. Crystal Versace is my favorite.
And then she's like, "Oof, it burns."
I did not enjoy Rue's energy in this week. I feel like she's kind of over it. She seems mad already. And I don't blame her at all. But you can sense it.
She's sad she didn't get a house. She said, "Where's the house of Charles?"
What would be in Rue's house, do you think?
Just Zaldi sitting on a chair.
Just Zaldi draped there. Hello.
He's like chained to the floor.
Chains and bolts, and Zaldi like, help me, please.
It's like the 1 minute sewing challenge that Raja did for her talent show, but like he just has to do that like constantly
with a single tic tac for sustenance. Yeah. And like one of those little hamster water
it's like
things.
You will make a column dress in 2 minutes.
Here's a bolt for the runway.
Here's a bolt of fabric. I'll see you soon.
And if it's not ready when I get here, there will be no tic tac for lunch. So let's get into these looks, because there's not really a ton to talk about with the just the overall episode. And I wanted to do something that I completely forgot about. I wanted us to blind rank these, but I forgot to bring in paper that we could do it.
Oh,
that would have been fun.
Because otherwise I would confuse myself.
I would confuse myself.
But also,
as well.
No, that's hateful.
Say it.
I was like, are these worth a blind ranking?
Yes, because there's, well.
Can I just say like right away?
Yeah.
It's like the battle of the dance costumes.
Completely.
It's a bunch of stage costumes and then a couple like really fierce, like elevated, ready to wear moments.
And the thing with a house, everyone has to be cohesive, one.
No.
So you're trying to be cohesive, and there wasn't a ton of cohesion.
The cohesion was nowhere to be found.
In some of them, I just wonder if they even understood that they were a part of a house. And then the other thing, too, is having a statement piece, having something that is a little more comfortable, and then something that is eye-catching but not necessarily your statement. I feel like it all should scale, and I think none of them really did that. And maybe I'm expecting too much from drag queens, but also the ones that I was really impressed by were not enjoyed by the judges, and ones that I disliked were kind of enjoyed. I thought I was taking crazy pills. We'll start with House of Visage, because that's who's first out. Mistress is first one up. Thoughts, feelings, opinions.
Thoughts. I mean, I think it's very fine, very serviceable. I mean, I do think that like kind of corset bodice thing she made is quite impressive as a sewn piece.
It's well constructed for sure.
Yeah, it very much looks like something brought rather than something sewn. It's not necessarily like an eye-catching like showstopper piece, but it's very much a serviceable, well-constructed look.
Totally. I guess my question is, where is she going? Where is this girl going?
Dinner.
Where? An
Italian restaurant.
A pizzeria.
No, like a place that serves linguine with like seafood on top.
I could see that. And then she picks at it, just one little fork in.
But they also let you smoke cigarettes inside.
She takes one bite of her little shrimp out of the corner of her tooth and says, I don't want it anymore.
Well, maybe actually like a place that serves like fancy pizza and Italian, like a Graziano's kind of vibe.
I get that. I think it's fine. It's like the definition of fine. Yeah, that's all I'll say. She looks fine. I really don't like the skirt though. I hate the skirt.
I mean, the skirt is whatever. I don't really like the train. The cape train. It's like whatever.
It's
I
very
just hate
drag.
a bolt of fabric.
It's a piece of fabric. We have Aura next. The styling is awful on Aura's look.
She looks like a DBD survivor.
She totally does, like, behavior who doesn't understand women's proportions and don't know how to build them. So they just put clothes on them.
It's like a survivor who's usually super covered up, and they put this like weird like 2-piece on her to show body.
The tassels on the side are a huge head scratcher. I don't understand them. And it almost looks like, have you ever learned when you were learning how to put elastic in something and it gets all wonky and scrunched up at the top and you quite literally cannot figure out how to get it to sit right, but it's your first time, so you don't blame yourself too much. It looks like Aura is on her first try of messing with elastic at the top of that skirt. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That bunching right there?
I see that.
And maybe that's just me eagle-eyeing, but everything looks incorrect. Like something was stitched poorly. On top of the cacophony of issues, this tube top is horrid. And then that cape is choking her.
You really shredded it. I don't like the cape. I wish that it had almost been like, I won't say an ascot, but like, I don't mind the gold in the neck. But if it had been like a gold like ribbon or something, or like a ribbon that tied off into like, I don't know, something a little more resort like into just this cape, or even like a bolero that she would be able to take off mid runway. Actually, okay, yes. Give me that. Give me like a gold choker and a bolero. And then you can take the bolero off. Maybe the bolero is tethered to the choker, and then you take it off and it's a mini capelet.
I almost would like one of those 60s up scoop like hood things. up scoop. You know, where it like ties up to the head and then it comes back. Shay made something like that for her camo costume. Do you remember that? What is that called?
I know what you're talking about.
Where it like ties right under the chin and it goes up.
I hate that I don't know what that's called.
I don't know what that's called, but it's very like 60s mod.
Yes.
I think that would be fun with this. And then the skirt completely redesigned. Because again, where is she going?
Where it's like you look like a gift basket where you're like wrapped under the chin.
Totally. Yeah. You are the gift. You're the present at the function. Like, I don't know. For me, in real life fashion, I think there is a level of whimsy that you can bring to the runway and that designers often do. They're not always thinking about where is the model going. Sometimes they're just thinking about presenting fantasy. This is neither fantasy nor something that can be worn. This is drag. So what are you performing in this? You can't perform in that. The tassels would go flying. The bangles would probably pop off as soon as you moved your arm. The choker would get caught somewhere and then your cape would land in someone's drink. Like, this is a mess.
She's doing like a gold frap non-single.
And I hate that. I really do. Sorry, I'm like really critical of this design challenge because it irks me, and I need to be the voice of harshness here because I know that you like to be nice. You love to. You don't want to be called a contestant.
I'm trying to be nice. Well, who do you want to shred next?
Let's get to Amethyst.
Oh.
The styling, in my opinion, is very Jersey. She looks like a Jersey girl. And they hated that gray stole. I don't love it
The
either.
gray stole. I don't hate it. Do you know what's funny about this to me? This is like if what Cynthia Kiss tried to do was successful, like, and it's still not good.
No.
Like, this was like if Cynthia Kiss had done a good job to her, like, to her plan.
Yes.
Her original plan.
Her original one. Why are the panties ruffled? That's confusing. And then she didn't sew this, and you can really tell with the edges of that hemline. Those are puckered.
The hem is rough. I think it's also because it's such a thin fat, that lame, that like it really need to either be lined in something thicker, or something just to give the skirt more weight. I actually don't mind the kind of halter-ish, or sorry, the cowl, the cowl neckline.
I think that's really cool.
The cowl looks good. I think from like the waist up, it ain't bad.
Yeah, if you cut it right here, she looks great. If you cut it right from the waist up, she looks great.
Yeah, but then
you scroll down and
like the slit is kind of cut odd, and the way it accentuates the leopard panty is odd. But, you know, I think she was in the right direction.
Right. For inspiration of Michelle, this is not that egregious.
It's very much when Plasma was in the bottom for the Goth Challenge, where it's like, listen, I see you had a vision, you had a plan, but I don't like what I'm seeing.
You know what I'm noticing is these like hoochie skirts that have weird slits in them, because Aura's got one, Amethyst has got one, and then Spice, who's next, also has one. I think Spice maybe worked with hers in the more interesting way with the ties on it, but it's still awful. This is nothing.
It's a like sluttier version of Aura's.
Yeah.
I like the purple accents to tie into the purple satin and some of the other looks. But like altogether, it's a little too little.
Yes.
She looks like she is like about to go to like an Aqua concert.
Completely. Okay, but I've been critiquing the others. Where are they going? I could see her lip syncing to Barbie Girl in this. Like, this looks like something you could perform in. It's not high fashion. It's not couture. It's not telling me much of a story, but I could
see her lip syncing to Aqua. I could see her listen. What's that other band called? Toy Box? Best Friend? He's my best friend, best of all best friend. Do you have a best friend too? I could see her lip syncing to that song in this.
Stop it.
I could see her turning the party in this outfit in that song.
Specifically. I will say the 3 straps on the bra going up into the collar are actually really cool. I think design-wise, I like the lines of that. I just don't like what it's connected to. So, like, if I were to cut it here again and just the style lines of those straps to that sweetheart neckline, that's really cool. But then it's just a bra. And it's a wonky bra at that. One boob is bigger than the other.
Yeah.
One boob is way bigger than the other.
And I don't know if it's like a weird illusion of the zebra, but there's a big chunk of black on one under boob. I can't tell if it's where like the zebra like just like thickened out like the zebra print, but it just looks so like it does look lopsided. Wow, I didn't notice.
It looks like a mistake. And then she's wearing like tights that are 4 times. Mystique was a mistake. And she's wearing tights that are 4 colors lighter than her skin.
No matchy syndrome.
No matchy.
Anitra, you better watch out.
It bothers me so much because Asia O'Hara walked onto that stage years ago in tights that matched her skin tone perfectly. And I know that these girls can find colors. It's
possible, girls.
Yeah.
Well, even Aura's wasn't bad. If you go back to Aura's, not bad.
It's a closer match to her
It's
skin
closer
tone.
to the others. Like, I wouldn't clock it like when I was looking. There's so many other things wrong. I didn't even think about that.
There are so many things wrong with Spice's look, and the tights are a different color. Like, I don't know, put a fishnet over it or something at that point. Or maybe she did, and that's why it looks so weird.
And I mean, maybe like because she has more to break it up in distance, but I feel like Marsha's aren't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even Selena's are quite good, and she does the shiny tight well as
She
as
does. The thing that is confusing to me going back to Spice is why is she the only one that has purple besides Lux? It was like they looked at it and said, someone needs
purple.
this.
I was about to say, it almost feels like, well, Lux is like, well, I'm doing all this purple, so someone better get some purple in their look. And Spice is like, I'll do it.
I feel like if anyone else could have, it probably could have been Amethyst. I'm so curious why she avoided purple like the plague. Was she like, oh, it's my color, I just can't do it. And then she didn't use it. She literally had Amethyst, and she didn't use it.
That's crazy and true.
Confusion. Next is Lux. In my notes, I wrote, stop this. The pants are everything. The zebra with the purple is everything. This is unbelievable levels of cunt. And she knew that too. I'm throwing my phone. She knew it too.
That was
She
the
knew
other
she
thing
felt
is she was the only one who really served it.
Yeah.
Like she really felt so fierce in it and it showed. The pants were so dope. The way she aligned the stripes were really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure that it really popped and was really striking and it didn't
Right.
look like kind of like, you know, like an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way that the zebra stripe, she cut it so that those were going horizontally across her body.
Mm-hmm.
And then that aligns with the gold belt that she did. And then also the cut of the bodice cuts straight across.
Right.
It's very nice. It's very delicious.
It's lovely. And I love the way that I think she used the curtain rod. What are those? The like hook things that are on there
yeah,
to make that
the little
necklace?
loops.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
That's
yes.
a really great
the
styling
details
choice.
of it all.
And the way that the doll. You get me, the doll.
And this is how you have just like fabric behind you with intention, with
Yes.
purpose, with movement.
That's a really great word, movement, because that is something that both Mistress and Aura don't have is movement in their capes.
Yeah.
It's just limp fabric.
Lego capes.
Lego.
You know, with the two holes that you put together and then you put it through the neck pipe.
And then just
It's just that like stiff little paper cape. Lego cape. Lego cape, honey.
And I love the head wrap too. She looks hot. This is easily the winning look. Like no one held a candle to her.
Yeah.
Sorry to everybody in this room.
Well, yeah.
Well, yes.
I think also it's hard because the look I like the second most is from the House of Matthews. And that was tricky because I feel like that to me was not giving House of Matthews those looks in general.
Right.
Whereas with this, this was what I was saying earlier, is it's that perfect, like the Michelle Visage, like intersection of like fabulous, like kind of campy tackiness, like that the zebra pant with the gold belt, with the purple, with the turban, with the cape, but it's so fierce and fabulous you say nothing about it.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's just like Michelle Styles. Like it's so much, but it's so like diva.
Totally.
That it's like, okay, yes, let's go.
And this is the closest, I think, you hit it on the head. This is closest to the inspiration. You could look at this and say, oh, that's got to be a Michelle inspo. Even though it's very clearly not anything she's done, it looks like it was inspired by Michelle.
And she didn't have to have like, you know, like the emblem, like queen necklace or something.
Bitch. A big star titty tattoo.
Yeah.
Next, we have the House of Kressley. They decided to go for prep school. Do you think that was the right decision? Because I don't.
I mean, like, it's hard because, like, for me, when I see the plaid, I would just want to do more like punk.
Right.
Because I feel like that's the only cute way to do plaid without doing preppy uniform or like a Heathers or like a something like that, which is what we end up doing. And it's like, okay.
I would have loved to have seen what any of them could have done doing high fashion with plaid.
I would have also liked to have seen it a little more like, see, because I enjoyed how Robin blends the leather with the plaid, but I want to see a little more like whimsical European, like more like leather and plaid, like interlude, like
Yeah. Maybe panels of.
exactly, yeah.
So Robin is first out. Do you enjoy this? I despise everything
She
about
looks
it.
like a Square Enix NPC. I hate the brown leather top with the black leather boots.
That's a horrible styling choice.
I just feel like I'm just very like I'm very matchy. Like if I'm wearing my brown leather shoes to work, I have to wear my brown leather belt. If I'm
Right.
wearing my black leather shoe, and I mean I guess that's different styling. Even like the watch, or like making sure like the necklace, like if I'm wearing silver metal, like in one place I want to wear silver metal in another place, like the little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I personally am very big on the matchy, unless you're doing like a mismatched look, but just doing like a brown leather top with black leather boots and then a black leather strap
A
on.
seatbelt.
Yes, literally, it's seatbelt material over the brown leather. I didn't like that because it's not like mismatchy. It's just like mismatched.
And this Bandcamp shoulder,
What did you say? Bandcamp?
Bandcamp shoulder. A Bandcamp. She's on her way to Bandcamp and she's going to play the tuba. I don't like the length of the fabric that she kept on there. It would have been so Robin Fierce if she had kept it like 2 inches, maybe, of fabric, and then ruffled it, ruched it. This, to me, this whole look with the drag queen boots and the Bandcamp shoulder, the seatbelt, all of it, it is giving to me the preview video that they'll post up at the Idol concert when they show all the girls. And it's like the tour promo photo, the one that is only seen one time.
And you only see that look one time, yeah.
One time, and it's at the very beginning of MV of the concert, and you never see it again. Maybe it's in a promo image somewhere.
You'll see a clip of it like 10 years later. I was like, what is this from?
Right. It's giving that, but not pushed all the way. Like it's only seen for a moment for a reason.
Fierce.
I don't. I like the idea of the skirt, and I like that panel that she's got at the top where the waistband is. I like that a lot. I think the asymmetry could have been pushed harder. I would have loved if it was cut almost like a diagonal line right here. So it was just a really severe asymmetry. But she's a really modest girl. So she wouldn't do that.
Is she Christian or something?
She's got to be Mormon, I think.
She has a deep relationship with the Lord.
Like Venus Deluxe.
Jump scare. The Jesus
when she
jump
pulled
scare.
that tube and Jesus popped out.
Literally like Brendan's Scary Movie.
Literally, I screamed like, "Oh God, I'm gonna have a heart attack." This is some scary shit. That was me with Jesus. Yeah, I think this is horrible. I think this was high though, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yes.
We have Jax next. Am I crazy? Jesse, look me in my eyes and tell me I'm crazy. I love this look.
I like it.
This is incredible.
Like, it's not like it's like the winner.
No.
But I don't think it was the bottom.
No, not at all. This is Curtin. She created so many different pieces to this. And yeah, there's some rough edges to it. You can definitely see some frayed edges, some strings hanging off in places they're not supposed to be. I love the mullet with it. It totally makes sense of a punk rock girl that's at prep school that hasn't quite shed the punk rockness about her.
I was going to say, I wonder if they would have liked it more if she had a different hair on.
Maybe.
Like if she had like something a little preppier in the hair, would they have accepted it more?
You know what I think solidified her in the bottom?
What?
When she used that mallet and went...
Oh my God, they had flashbacks.
They had a war flashback and they said, bottom!
Busted. Also, I think that mallet is cardboard.
Oh, it looks like it might be.
Looks like cardboard with like red duct tape.
Yeah, that's cool.
I might be making that up, but...
That's really cool. I love the way that she's intermixed the red and this gunmetal color together. She made boot covers. This is a great look. It's well styled.
Well, and this was also a saying of like, this is kind of what I was assuming with plaid is like the patchwork, like kind of punk vibe. That's probably what my brain would go to.
Yeah. I liked it. Next we have Anitra. It's to me very similar to the other look that we had from Spice. It's like nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot somebody. Okay, two things.
Yes.
I did mention no matchy syndrome earlier. I said, watch out, Anitra. Because I knew I was going to talk about this. She also has the no matchy. Yeah. But also, I'm going to shoot somebody because look at the shoes and then look at the belt and then look at the collar. She's got brown leather on the lining of the collar and the lapel. She's got a brown leather belt. And then she has black leather, like freaking like hairdresser shoes. like what are these chuckers?
Those are horrible.
These are for the pit.
Those are Dom Daddy shoes. Like you would see the leather daddy that's guarding the nightclub wearing those shoes. Just to be like a little cunty at the nightclub.
Yeah.
You know?
These are shoes the Boulets would hate.
The Boulets would look at those and literally eliminate them because of the shoes. They'd be like, I'm sorry, you gotta go now. We can't keep you here. There's literally nothing to this though.
There's nothing to it, but I will say all that being said, I do kind of enjoy the chic simplicity of it. I really like the top with the lapel, the asymmetrical lapel. It looks like she's wearing a ring of the self fabric, which is very fierce to me. I do wish the bottom half was a little more, and she has this kind of cop out a couple times. I think it's the tie-dye runway.
Yes.
She has a very similar look to this where it's almost like you're basically wearing nothing. And it's like you do pull it off, but I'm like, girl, what is this?
What is this?
This with a little more of like the skirt Robin had, but like more angular, like you were saying, like a more angular mini skirt, even like a handkerchief skirt.
That would have been cool.
I think that would have really taken this up a notch.
It would have kicked it up for sure. I appreciate that she stoned her garment. I do appreciate that a lot. Even if these are not sparkle stones, it's just, it adds texture. I would have loved to have seen more. This is not giving much to me. And then what is she doing? Where is she going?
Yeah. What was the occasion? What's the venue? What's the song? But that's why my complaint about this house is that the materials are given so matte.
It was boot.
Like, where's the sparkle? Where's the drag? Because even with like Ross, they're still like shiny.
Mm-hmm. But like you were saying, if we were to do this now and did like Jamal, TS, and Law, those would be the coolest. Jamal's would probably be the one that would be maybe the most low key, but I mean, I still think it would be fab. Jamal's got a cool sense
stylish,
of style. Yeah. Next we have another one that I feel like I'm on crazy pills. So we have Selena S. Titty's last in.
Were you gonna say you liked it?
I love this, Jesse. It's
before
so
she
good.
unzipped it.
Yes, and after.
Wake it up. Okay.
She made a jacket that converts into a cape, a cool high fashion cape that has suspenders, like a backpack on it, and that doesn't look like it's yanking or pulling too hard. Like that could easily just look like a mess of fabric. She's got another separate of a skirt that can zip up and down as she needs it to. She made a bra and she made an entire long sleeve shirt, and it's all tailored extremely well. This is a cool mix of fabrics, and I think she's styled well. She looks like she's going I don't like the boots, okay? I want to put that out there. I hate the boots.
Cut that out. I was about to say, you better send this to Selena. Let this woman have her flowers.
Yes, this is it.
Crop this soundbite out, send it to Selena, DM this to her.
Yes.
And be like, I love you, sister.
I love this I just
want to say, I saw what you did, and I thought it was so good.
I thought it was fierce.
You send that with the clip of... so brain rot with the clip from season 8. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I'm cuckoo.
But really though, I love this.
I will say, I do think it's more stylish than they gave her credit for.
Yes.
I don't like it before she unzipped it. That's why I asked.
Oh,
I will
okay.
say, I don't like the zipped up fantasy. I like the vision of a convertible fashion moment. And I appreciate how ambitious she is. She's an ambitious diva.
Yeah.
And I think she doesn't necessarily bite off more than she can chew. I think that woman knows how big her mouth is.
Yeah.
And I think she knows what she can fit in there.
She knows how to chew. Yes.
And then I actually think once she has it down and it kind of becomes like the train,
Yeah.
I like it. But again, what was the brief of like, everybody, let's wear a black leather shoe with this?
Literally.
Like,
Maybe that was the only cohesive
fucking
thing.
wear a red shoe. Like, why is everyone wearing a black? Like, I'm gonna die.
You're gonna throw up.
This is
well,
gonna.
Jax had red.
Jax was
Jax
the only,
made a
and she was in the
cover.
bottom, and
Yeah.
they hated it. I hated it. I thought it was really bad. No, because it's like literally, why is everyone wearing brown leather statement pieces and then black leather shoes?
The shoes.
Brown leather, black shoes.
Don't belong in the Carson house. I will say, this looks equestrian to me, which was a lot of the brief. I think more than everybody else, this looks equestrian to me.
It's giving me like a. It's going to like a picnic on Tatooine.
Oh my god, yes. It is very Star Wars coded. This is somehow a little futuristic. It is very
It's
picnic.
a flashback to the future for sure.
And that's what she's gonna bring to the picnic. She's just gonna drop it on the ground and then lay on that. But I mean, the fact that she made so many pieces, and a part of a design challenge is understanding styling. Yeah, maybe the jacket could have just been showcased like this and didn't have to be revealed. But it's impressive what she made.
She did make a lot of shit.
She made a lot of stuff, and it's all well done. It's not like this is a mess, in my opinion. I think it's all well done. In comparison to Anitra, who literally took like 1 yard of fabric, went, okay, glue, 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 stone, 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 fierce. Like, there's nothing to that.
Glue, 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 stone, 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 fierce. Hit the runway.
That's a drag queen bar in one of those songs.
Please.
I think this group missed the mark on styling the most. I think they were more cohesive, but I think that is entirely because they all have plaids.
Yeah.
I don't think it was necessarily that they were even cohesive. And they all had those boots that you are hating.
That are causing me psychic damage.
Right. And then last we have the House of Matthews, which was a lot more resorty. I think that this group is slightly more cohesive because they have a lot of the same fabrics. It starts out with Sasha. Very J-Lo.
Sasha.
I love that she lined this.
The lining was fierce.
Delicious.
This is actually one of my favorite looks of hers of the season.
Really? She
mean,
made
like,
this.
To me, this is just very like classic. This is like classic, like drag.
And it's clean.
This is to me the runner up of the night.
Sure.
I think that like Lux's was the winner, but
Absolutely.
I think that she's the winner of the house, and to me like the second best look of the night.
Totally.
It's very like the signature Sasha Colby hair, but I think this is the perfect look to do it with. Mm-hmm. And then like the look is very iconic, and it's also funny because her daughter wore the J-Lo look
Carrie.
last season.
It's like full circle.
And so for her to almost look like, and it's funny because like she's wearing the original J-Lo look, but like this almost looks like the evolution of that.
Totally.
Which is so funny.
It's like the drag version of it.
No, totally. It is the like glammed out drag mother of that. And I love that. Because it is like, it's so sexy, but it's also so mother.
It's so mother. The cut is really cool too. You don't normally see that type of cut for resort.
Well, yeah, and that high neck into that cover up and the way that the arm is covered.
Yeah.
Like it is so like tailored for such like a kind of slinky, sexy beach thing. It's very fascinating.
It is. She looks like she's about to lose her diamond necklace in the ocean and cry about it.
Oh my God.
She looks like she's on that boat with the Kardashians to me. Like, she is totally 100% a wealthy woman, and she looks like that in this look. This could perform too. This looks like something you could perform in.
Yeah.
You could perform to just about any J-Lo song in this.
She looks like she smells like coconut, like sunscreen, and then like really fruity perfume.
Totally. It's gorgeous. Next we have Lucy. Can I be honest? I laughed. It came around the corner and I laughed.
Do you know what I think about when I see this look is on the pit stop, Detox is like, this look is funny. And then just starts laughing.
It's funny. And I can't explain it.
It's wacky.
It's Mr. Magoo.
It's just like, okay. I feel like when I'm seeing her in this look, I feel like I should be hearing like retro Pixar music, like Monsters Inc. like do 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 like and like some like bossa nova ass, like it's just so like ridiculous. Like it's also the mix of this like 60s mod, like looks like a transition screen of like a spy movie
Completely.
fabric with like the very like classic like tropical fabric is like whiplash.
It's really bizarre.
And
but
the
it's
way
funny.
that even she splits the top of it 50-50 of that fabric, but then the pant is fully committed to that. And then it has what looks like a rope like belt.
I'm assuming that's the rope from the curtain.
It's so like sitcom. It's so like
It's mom dropping her kids off at school and then going to the bake sale like, oh my gosh, I made these brownies this morning. Do you want to buy some so my kids can go to the prom? Trying to sell these brownies.
it's giving like she craves a Mai Tai at 1 p.m.
1000%. It's funny and it's wild. I think it's made well at least, but the choices we're choicing.
Yes. And I love it for her.
I do too, for her. Next we have Malaysia.
Lego cape.
Trend alert.
Okay, actually though, I will say I think it was very ingenious styling because that material doesn't really have any flow to it.
Sure.
She anchored the top of the cape with the thicker like tropical print fabric. So the top of the cape was that, and then it shifts like into the thinner kind of like organza-ish fabric or whatever that is. I will say that was a very intelligent choice and I do appreciate that, but it's still, the cape did not have enough movement for me.
No, and then this color choice is so cloyingly sweet. It makes me ill. I hate
It's
that color
giving,
choice.
like Bath and Body Works. Like she looks like a Bath and Body Works summer collection.
Like this would fully smell like pomegranate and dragon fruit,
Yes.
but like pumped with sugar.
Yeah. It's like Pomegranate Beach. is,
Totally.
like, the name of it.
I mean, it looks like a Bath and Body Works lotion or something.
Or like Pomegranate Getaway.
Completely, yes. Pomegranate Getaway is what this is giving. I think that sharp pink would have been great paneling. Like, take the, I don't know, tropical print and then almost do like what Jax did with the skirt, but use the pink as the paneling in between them. I think that would have been interesting, or even as a lining. But it's very church lady. I think it's kind of terrible with the color choices. I don't think the construction is bad, but the styling is where it really is killing me.
Yeah, I feel like I do sympathize because I feel like she had it rough as a bigger girl because all of these fabrics are boot for her.
Yeah.
Because any of those prints, I think she would have looked kind of crazy in, and I think
Sure.
she knew that because I don't think any of them would have been flattering for her to make like this dress or any other like two-piece or anything out of.
And she did talk about that.
And then like, yeah, and then like, but even these pinks aren't like necessarily like the most flattering.
No.
Like they're still very like kind of obnoxious, but like sweet, like you're saying. Yeah, very like saccharine colors.
Yeah.
Um,
Sacrilege.
I like the hat.
Yeah, the hat's
The
cute.
hat, the bag, and I also like the belt actually, the way it kind of like loops and
I
threads.
love the belt.
But I don't like the mini dress.
That's
The
what I'm
like
not
the church
responding
mini
to.
dress. I would have liked it more, although there is that like slight sense of like kind of classic drag to her that this I
Sure.
think emulates, but I would have liked the dress to either be like a little more like a little two-piece separate or just like a different cut.
Yeah. Last in this group, we have Marsha.
Girly,
This is
girlina.
cute.
To me, number 3.
This was
Third
very
place.
high. I would agree.
This is my bronze medal.
This is very good. I wish that the skirt was lined. That's the only thing I would say.
Oh,
I wish the skirt
okay.
was
Could you
lined.
imagine if it was lined with that like gold fabric she has for her little ascot?
Yeah.
It was
That
just
would
a
be
pop
hot.
of that like golden sunset on the inside.
Yeah. That
That'd
would be
be
the killer
killer.
queen. I think the styling is great. She looks like she is about to go into a resort. She looks like she's going somewhere.
It looks pre-made, which I think
Yeah.
was what was impressive to it. It showed really well like craftsmanship. Really, is that grammar? Really well craftsmanship.
It could be if you're
It should-
dyslexic.
I think craftsmanship good. But yeah, it's giving very ready to wear it in a good way. Where
Yeah.
it's
her brand.
Marshalls, but positive.
Yeah.
Also mugged out. She is mugged out.
She's
on this
totally
evening.
mugged.
That blue eye on her is quite stun.
I love the high brow.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I think if she really wanted to drive it home, if she had done some like more like almost Lady Bunny-ish hair, like
something
the
bigger.
kind of like tricksy midway of Lady Bunny, where it is still like a very like 60s beehive.
I see that.
Because this is a bumped hair, but I think if she had done like a super beehived hair or something, like to really show like I'm dragging it out for y'all.
Or done one of Sasha's ponytails. You know, to make it a little
Could
more
you
Ari.
imagine? That
Because
would've
she
been
was inspired by
fierce.
Ariana.
But she looked so gorge. I thought this was so
This
great.
was very high.
I love it.
So, do you want to see something strange?
Oh no.
In the first wide shot, tell me who's missing.
One, two, three, four, top 8. Wait.
Amethyst is not there. And then in the
happened?
very next shot, Amethyst is there. So I'm like, did they not get the first wide? And then when she
They needed to
eliminated, they
reshoot
brought
it.
them all back and we're like, all right, can you stand up in a line?
They are Ariad.
Yeah. Or
Did we talk about that when we talked about that season?
I don't think so.
How she talked about how allegedly they like lost the footage and had to go back and redo it.
Oh, yes, we kind of talked about that.
They did that.
It's really fascinating because what happened? Drag Race normally doesn't have this big of an inconsistency in a wide shot.
Right? For something so simple too. Like what?
Yeah. The girls are then judged as individuals. And I just want to give a couple notes here. Robin is listed as high. I don't agree with that at all. I thought she was very, like, maybe number 9 or number 7, like somewhere on the low end of the group, but not bottom 3.
Do you know, I interpreted it as kind of like season 7 with the parody challenge. They picked one from each group.
Yeah.
You were the winner or standout of your group. But that being said, for you, Robin was not your number 1 from that group.
No.
It was Jax, wasn't it?
It was fully Jax. Yeah.
That's the gag.
That's the
tea.
gag.
I mean, for me, my top 3 was Lux, Sasha, which I agree with, but I would have swapped Robin with Marsha.
Yeah.
Because also I think it would have been nice for her to get recognition of like, hey, we see an elevation here. Good job. Because it was the safe high. So for whatever absolutely nothing storyline purpose it served for Robin, why not give an actual definitive purpose to it for Marsha?
Yes.
That's my thought.
Give her some story. Selena is low. What in the crack smoking judges is any of this? I'm calling HR, honestly, over this. And then Malaysia is high. They say that her look is quintessential drag. Is quintessential drag a mess?
I forget about. Oh,
Sorry.
I forget that she was up there too. That's crazy.
She was the high look. I think they were high. Lux wins, and then the bottom two are Amethyst and Selena. I don't think Selena should have been down there.
Can I ask who would have been your bottom three? Because I have mine.
Ooh, okay. If I were to give my definitive bottom three, I would probably say, God, it's hard between Aura, Spice, and either Robin or Anitra.
Wow, Robin. I was going to say Spice, Aura, Anitra.
You know what? I think it would be
And
Anitra.
I think it probably would have been Spice and Aura.
Yeah. Definitely Spice and Aura. They already had storyline earlier, so it would have been smart to put them down there since they had boot nasty looks and they had story.
So,
like, let them fight.
Yeah, that I feel that. But
yeah, that was my bottoms. But
yeah.
I think the correct winner happened. Lux was the winner.
Lux was the hands down winner.
Yeah.
It was a good lip sync though.
Yeah, the song is Queen. I really loved when Selena's skirt fell off and she gasped at it like, oh no.
Like, oopsie.
But then the line is, am I a sinner with my skirt on the ground? Yeah. Like, yes, ma'am.
Yes. God, I actually love this song, by the way.
Do you?
I'm a Janelle Monáe fan.
I remember you mentioned this.
And this was a rare case where I knew the song before the lip sync happened. I was like, whoa, I love this song.
I love when that happens.
It's funny because they don't show it. It's not on the lip sync, but there's a Erykah Badu feature on this song, which is part of how I knew it. But it's a very cute song, and it's also it's funny because it is very much like Drag Race talk, because it even says like, I'm cutting up, don't cut me down, and stuff like, yeah, that's one of the lines in the chorus.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah,
I wonder why they cut that.
So I feel like it's just very like, it's got a very like queer kind of like celebratory energy to it, which I enjoy about that song. I mean, a lot of her music does, but we stand.
Yeah. Amethyst is cut, sadly, and on her way out, she says, okay, I'm going to go. Okay.
Looking back, the slow walk, very Ken walking away from Barbie. The fixed, like locked on, like face back walking away.
Very that. I would love to see her come back for All Stars 12.
She's a diva. She's such a diva. And also with her whole, because also she's...
Her whole...
Well... I mean, whatever she wants to share. No, her whole journey as a trans woman, as one of the trans women of her season.
As one of the dolls.
Because also, like, I think other girlies from this season who have had their journey have had their, like, had the opportunity to share, but she hasn't really had the opportunity to share as much. So I would love to see, her come back as a more fully realized womana.
Yeah, me as well. I would love to see her come back. We move into episode 6 where they don't even read the mirror message. They just move right along. Another point of this edit being trash garbage. And they go straight into Malaysia Has Drag Delusion. And they just choppily edit this whole intro. It's got the weirdest wonky storyline. And the guest judge this week is the high gay girl. Can I tell you, Jess? I was mad every time she talked. Every time she spoke, it was like when Michelle was getting mad at that guy for going, yeah.
This was your Joel McHale.
Yes. Every time she spoke, I'm like, more Drag Race brain rot. I was Latrice in the All-Star Snatch game yelling at Gia, why are you talking?
What are you talking?
Why are you talking?
Her there?
Latrice?
I'm like, I feel like, am I making that up?
Who?
No. Okay, Wikipedia says her. I was like, am I thinking of someone else who uses they, them pronouns? But Wikipedia said her.
Okay.
She's like weirdly in her bag, and I mean, good for her.
The high gay?
But, yeah.
Oh.
Because she's on Hacks. She's on she's on movies. I see her in so many TV shows. But I'm like, it always is like, good for you. Like, she just reminds me of like my fun, like that like funny like classmate that kind of like didn't like give a fuck and like did not get good grades and like usually didn't even show up to school, but just like kind of like said something funny.
I guess. She's like James Corden to me. It's like, how did you get here? Who gave this to you? What blackmail do you
Not
have?
James Corden.
Sorry.
We gotta move on.
We gotta move on.
Woo.
The room mail is a reference to the Golden Girls, and Marcia is the only one who gets it. Rue says that the challenge is a flashback to the future.
Shut the fuck up.
It's 50 years into the future for an elderly girl group. Reminder for everyone listening, the majority of these girls are in their young 20s. So 50 years from now, they'd be 70s, which is really not that old. Like, that's really not old. Betsy Johnson is 83, I think. And she's still out here doing cartwheels and splits on the runway. And she looks great for 80.
I mean, age is subjective.
Age is just a number. Oh my God, is that Marina?
Like, are there plenty of like miserable like racist white people who are in their 70s and look like they're 100?
They look like Leatherface. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Absolutely.
But there's also a lot of people in their 70s who are nice, who are respectful, who stay in their lane and moisturize, and they look
incredible. And these girls painted like they were 153 years old.
Crypt Keeper.
Have you seen... I know you never watched Nickelodeon, but you've seen gifs of the... What are they selling? They're selling chocolate bars.
Withered away. It's giving that, yeah.
They all painted like they're selling chocolates.
Very much that. Well, because it also reminds me of on 10, when Aquaria did to me what felt very accurate and chic. And they're like, oh, she's playing too young. Well, I'm like, so you want everyone else to be like boobs to the knees, like humpback.
Cameron Michaels, prosthetics.
And it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, maybe because like, you know, drag accelerates the degradation of the body. Maybe they're in the UK doing knee slams like 5 nights a week, and that's why their like bodies are so worn down. But like, I don't know. I get what you mean of like, also like, no, that's too much of a talking point.
Oh, okay. You don't want to get into it.
I was just like, I don't know. It's just like we're so like not ageist, but we are
a little bit
of so like I feel like we look at like aging in the future like so like crazy and negatively, and it only like worsens our own aging experience.
Totally. It creates bad perceptions early.
Yeah.
That paint and color your idea going forward.
Yeah.
And it creates more stereotypes.
Yeah, it creates an unhealthy framework for like a inevitable life experience
that everybody goes through.
Yeah.
And it's funny like how many people, I remember in my 20s making fun of people who were in their 30s for like being so old. And now that I'm here, I'm like, oh wait, it's really not that. Why did I think that was so old?
Basically the exact same.
Yeah. And like, I guess I think of people in a certain age as like being so old, but then I don't know, when I get there, I'm probably going to be like, this is not that old.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hear you and I agree with you. They get to self-assign. We have the groups Selena, Marcia, Mistress, Isabel Brooks, and Lux. We have Robin, Jax, Lucy, and Anitra. And then Spice, Malaysia, Sasha, and Aura. And the songs that they choose between are heavy metal, country, and hip hop, which are conveniently just about the exact same categories they used in All Stars 10. Rap and Roast, Stage Cooch, and Winner Winner Chicken Dinner.
That's the exact themes. That's the recipe.
That's the rubric. The recipe.
Not synth art and party.
Did somebody mention art?
What did you think of the selection and discourse around the selection of the song?
Why did they want metal so badly?
They were cunty for metal.
They wanted it so bad. My favorite part was when they started arguing about Metalgate. Jax is like, quick, let's take hip hop. Quick, let's not get the scraps. We'll take hip hop. good luck. You get country.
Right? We're like, we're doing this. We're taking this.
And the girls were so disarmed by their argument about metal that they didn't realize that the alternative to metal was going to be country. They were so locked in that they lost out on one of the better versions of the song.
And it's funny because I actually, knowing them, would have wanted metal last. I would have wanted hip hop, then country, then metal.
Totally. I would have wanted country first. That
the country
like
one
the
was really
the funniest with.
The country song, not knowing what it was going to be, I would be wary. Mm-hmm. But if I had heard it ahead of time, I would have taken that country song. It was good.
It was really good. And I think being funny is always better on Drag Race.
And that's a good genre to be funny too. I think that's why they gravitated to metal, is I think a lot of them saw the immediate juxtaposition of like, oh, old people, metal, I should pick that one. That's going to be a funny winning group.
Yeah.
Especially if they're thinking it's going to be judged by groups.
Totally. And I mean, this whole season's been judged really inconsistently, so who's to say how it would be? But
yeah,
it was an interesting discourse that they ended up fighting so hard over something that I think was kind of a bust. And maybe it benefited Aura, strangely, but it was kind of a bummer of a song.
Was this the one where they're like, let's rock, paper, scissors, and then Lux was like, no.
I think it was Malaysia was like, I am not, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
They ended up pulling a name from a hat, which is worse than rock, paper, scissors. This is the end of the rock, paper, scissors
Lux
gate.
said something of like, she like dissented very fiercely. So I don't know. Someone suggested something. She's like, no, we're doing this. Like,
yeah.
I don't remember
why would we do that when we're already going to do metal?
Yeah, it's that. It was that. It was the way
why
she
would we
said
take
it.
country
I was
when
like,
we're already
something
gonna
of
do
what
metal?
she said was so fierce to me. Of just like someone else would proposition something. She's so matter of factly was just like, well, no, like we're doing what I want to do. We're doing my choice. Like it was that energy. I was like, well, damn. I love that for her.
I have totally been in a scenario before where I've argued with someone over something really petty like this, where it's like, no, I'm going to do this. And they're like, no, I'm doing it. I've 100% done that just to be a little petty bitch.
Well, and then also because with Malaysia too, because she was like, I'm not doing that. Like you were saying, she's getting like genuinely frustrated.
She's getting activated. Yeah.
Because like the younger girls are being, well, not like Malaysia's not young. She's also a youngin', but like the more like the baby girls are like, oh, we're doing this.
Right.
Like, we're doing this. And Malaysia's like, no, I want to do this song. Why can we not, like, professionally and, like, level-headedly decide a way to pick? Like, she was literally, like, I feel like she was going insane having to deal with the discourse.
Was so hot getting into this. And I feel like Lux and Mistress were just, like, kikiing. Like, no, we're going to do this just to be little bitches. Yeah. And I feel like Sasha was, like, huffing and trying to figure out what was genuine and what wasn't.
She was giving like these children,
these kids,
these petulant children.
Petulant. I thought the cutting up was funny, but Malaysia was genuinely mad, and that leaks into next episode too. Their storyline here has a very small blip, and I feel like it kind of falls off. Let's talk about these really quick and get through them because we have one more episode to talk about. We have Country Banjo Bitches. I thought they were funny. I thought Mistress looked insane, but she was one of my favorites. I loved what she did. I loved Marsha's line, being old is hard, but being in love is harder. To love a man all your life, and then he croaks in the middle of the night. I thought they were both really fun.
I like when I rewatched, I was like, I remember liking this more. But no, I thought it was fun. I think they all did a really good like comedic forward vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because who's first? Mistress was first.
It's Mistress, then Lux, then Selena, then Marsha.
Marsha was last. I remember Marsha was last. I feel like Mistress got it going, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of them were just a little too wordy.
Totally.
I mean, it's an interesting like rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Marsha and I think Lux did the best job, like really like accommodating like the melody.
Actual song.
Yes,
she understood the musicality of it.
Yes, I think Lux probably like did the best like accompaniment to the melody and like I just wish to that point, though, it's tricky because I was just saying the other girls said too much. I wish Lux had more lines.
Totally.
But she did the best, like, melody.
Yeah.
But she sacrificed lyrics to do that. And then with Marsha, like, hers was good, but I wish that, like, I feel like there was a little too much gap before we got to, like, the punchlines of it.
I hear that.
I felt like it was, like, a couple bars of setup, and then we got to, like, several bars of successive punchlines.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I wish it was more, like, the roller coaster of it.
She probably could have started, because then maybe it would have, I don't know, allowed for a slower
That is
lead
so
in.
true. She would have been a great opener.
And then swap her and Mistress. Mistress ends the whole thing, because I feel like Mistress was really good. You could have, I would reorganize it to have Marsha start. I think Lux in the second place is still good. And then Selena and then Mistress. And then I think the rhythm of the whole song would have flowed better.
Period.
I think that would have been fun. I like their blocking though. I think cohesively they were one of the stronger
Great
groups.
choreo, great blocking.
They had good energy
they also
too.
like they really took advantage of like what a danceable, like choreographable, is that a word? I don't know.
Yeah.
Number this was compared to like you can't really do like a choreographed dance to like metal.
Right.
But it's like they did like a proper like 1-2 step, like very musical theater approach to it, which I think also Marsha
I
contributed.
loved that about it though.
Yeah.
It was so good. It very much read to me like talent show at the old folks home.
Love that.
It felt like a
Love
vignette
that.
of something on TV.
Also,
which is
I
very
was
Broadway.
fascinated by like, I mean, I guess everyone really matched because like hip hop was in matching sweatsuits, but it's like they were in the same outfit.
They were probably provided stuff by costuming, and then it was tailored to
because
them.
they really looked like a girl group.
They absolutely did.
Whereas like the other ones kind of looked like a random assembly of old people that like came together
Found
to
each
perform. Like a school of rock for old people.
Speaking of, we have the Rockin' Old G's next. I really didn't like their backing track or the provided styling. That's not their fault. I just
The
didn't
styling
like
was rough.
those weird like birdseed boobs that they gave them. I hated
that. I hate that in general that like old people were getting like low saggy boobs, but they had it bad because me saying her, but like Sasha Colby, of course that's her. Sasha and Malaysia had really bad saggy birdseed boob, and I was like, I hate this.
Me as well.
But then it was a weird like glam rock, like the like metallic and then like the like tulle kind of ruffs.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it.
Me as well.
I did not like the styling for their group. I will also say, I feel like, in my opinion, Sasha was like the clear winner of this group.
Of this group, yes. I would say so.
And also, I'll say Sasha is the clear winner of this group. I think everyone else could have been in the bottom.
All three of them. They're all bottoms.
Spice was, to me, a clear bottom to that point.
Why was she so agile? She's supposed to be an old
Why did she have
person.
a loaf of bread?
Why does she have a loaf of bread?
No, I did not like Spice. And then like Malaysian Aura just made me cringe. I'm so sorry,
They made me uncomfortable.
Divas.
Can I also complain about the blocking? Why did they
What
block
blocking?
separately? What blocking? Why did they come out one at a time? They should have all been on the stage together. I was so confused why they came out one at a time. And then it was just all awkward when they were up there. Like they didn't prep anything. And I feel like they should have all been dinged points for not having any thought about how they were all going to stand together. It was terrible.
Fair.
And then last group is the old dirty bitches, the hip hop one.
I really want to like this one.
I want to like it, yeah.
I like the little like sway, not too much. Don't want to hurt my back, whatever. Which rewatching, Robin did not lip sync to at all. She like fully missed it.
It started Anitra Jax, Lucy Robin, by the way.
This is the definition of why is she so agile. You said that about Spice. Mm-hmm. This entire group.
The
why
whole
is
group.
She so agile.
Why?
I have something negative to say about each of them. Let's go now.
Go ahead.
Did the lighting just change in this room we're speaking in? That was very strange. Something just
said,
happened.
You're done. That's it. That's them coming back to haunt us.
I'll start with the ones I don't like as much.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I like okay, they all have parts I like.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all have either like a lyric I like, a beat I like, or something funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like Anitra hits good beats, but then also like, why is she so agile? And she throws away a couple lines to me.
Right.
And then like Robin has funny lines, but then like she's very disconnected. I feel like she's like missing some parts.
She doesn't know a word.
And then like I actually think Jax did pretty good.
I thought Jax was
But
super fun.
I have to apply like the too agile critique to everyone, and she also was too agile. Yeah. And then I think that Lucy does the best of this group.
She was the winner of the group.
Winner of the group. My critique is that she overused the breaking her old person voice gag because she does it twice.
Totally.
And it's like, if you're going to do it, just do it once.
God bless the gays and God bless the children.
Because she does the like, but it's also funny because she like switches to this like, you're going to get the stick. But it's like, bitch, that's not your voice. Right. Like, who's that? Who's he?
Who's that?
Who's his trade?
Who's the construction worker
like
that just came out?
This like the like intimidating like deep voice. I was like, we can only do that once.
We never talked about this plot point though, is that she's a construction worker outside of her drag.
That is so fierce.
And like she talks like this, she talks like Ross Matthews all the time. But do you think when she's like on the construction site, she's like,
she talks
hey
like
guys,
that. You're gonna get the stick.
You're gonna get the stick if you don't do that. But then she like gets off and she's on lunch. She's like, hi sisters, hi. Oh hey, but what? No, that's not my voice. Sorry. What, bro? What?
Why are you kind of giving like Shells on LaRue or something like, oh, this is nice as fuck.
Yeah, I think also their paint was horrible. They painted like they were 185.
Confusing paint. Yeah.
And they aren't that old.
It was giving like, they looked like, their styling looked like middle schoolers who were like hexed to look like they were 100 years old.
Freaky
like the
Friday.
way they were dressed. Yeah, because they were in almost like a Juicy Couture tracksuit. Like they really looked like Violet Beauregard in the 2000s Willy Wonka. The one, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. That's
the one
so
where it's
exciting.
supposed to be Anna Sophia Robb.
Yes.
Where she's in the tracksuit with
that's so
Missy
dark
Pyle.
Missy Pyle was excellent in that role. That was
Sam
everything.
Starr.
Sam Starr and Trinity the Taylor. So our runway is tie-dye to die for.
Yeah.
Do you have standouts from this?
Well, I'm a tie-dye lover, so
You are.
This
is
one
your
was
runway.
a thrill for me.
But do you think everyone were thrilling?
Well, no. I have a 3,
Okay.
maybe a 4, but for me, the 3 in first place for me, Lux.
Yes.
In second place, I gotta give a shout out to my girl Aura Mayari.
Really? I didn't think you'd like that.
She did her big one for me this week. I really like what is that, bleach tie-dye? The bleach on black. I think that's a really creative approach, and I really appreciated her for that. And then the third one for me is Sasha Colby, because no one else did the classic like 90s stereotypical tie-dye, probably because I think everyone was trying to be a little more out of the box.
Right.
But it was just a case of like, because everyone tried to be a little more creative, her doing the most on the nose what you would expect like
For a
choice,
tie-dye.
to me it really worked, because it was also just like very like classic like drag race like latex look, but then in that like crazy like 90s tie-dye. And then my fourth place was actually Spice.
Interesting.
I like yeah, are you gagged? Who are your girls?
Am.
Do you live for Selena's?
Well,
okay, no, I was wrong. Who do you live
think,
for?
okay,
Who do you live?
I think that Selena's shape is crazy. I don't like the shape at all, but I do severely love the color choices, and I like the idea of what this wanted to be. Number 1, Lux Noir London. Love that color.
Hands down.
And the hair looks tie-dyed too.
The hair, the body,
The
everything.
feathers that have been hand-dyed. Who's doing hand-dyed
The way
feathers?
it's like the texture of it feels like tie-dye. Like she just like is like tie-dye.
I love Jax's look. I totally get the Nickelodeon inspo.
I do kind of love that weird like Nickelodeon tee.
It's so
R.I.P.
Nickelodeon
to that
slime.
wig because it gets decimated while she tumbles through that
Completely.
lip sync.
It's a cool structural wig, and normally I don't like those. And then I would say my number 3 was
Anitra, of course.
definitely Anitra. I think that's obviously it. I mean, there's so little fabric on here, and I love when there's scraps of fabric. It looked like Jaden Dior Fierce's version of leather and lace. Like, why is there Nude Illusion and then 2 random scraps of remnant glued to your titties?
Make that make sense.
Make that make sense. This was obviously the best. I think probably, I mean, you spilled. I think Sasha's is very much what the brief is. But I mean, in my most delusional fantasy, like completely delulu, there's something that is so off book about Marsha's look that is like, what the hell were you doing? You were so committed to, I'm going to do the Marsha Brady out my nose with the blood, that you went completely into another studio, filmed a different TV show, and submitted that tape to Drag Race and said, use that one.
Because I'm like, could she not also do some sort of fierce, like 70s Marsha Brady, like kind of Barbie looking, like who's that girl next door vibe?
Yes.
And absolutely turn the party. And she
Completely.
did this
This looks like an entrance look.
with Ow My Nose.
Yeah. She wanted to do that so badly that she was distracted from the actual challenge was. And she claims that the blood is tie-dye.
It looks striped.
It does not
to
look
me.
tie-dye. It looks striped.
Okay. And so what I'll say is if it is tie-dyed, then maybe she cut it from a larger tie-dyed fabric.
Maybe.
In which case the tie-dye is unrecognizable in these little pieces.
Correct.
She should have tie-dyed like bandanas and cut them up.
Yeah.
So that the tie-dye is more individually pocketed in those little pieces of fabric. That
This
is
could
a
have been-
tangible critique I can
Absolutely. And this could have been Marsha Brady down in just tie-dye. And I think it would have been fine. But in like a delusional fantasy, I'm like, there's something kind of sickening about going so far off the mark that you just didn't do it.
give. Because like, I have this mental image of like 70s hippie Marsha Brady.
Yeah.
40-inch blonde wig down to her, like, down to the back of her knees. Because I remember, like, especially in the movie, the parody movie, there's that thing about how she like counts her braiding her hair. So she has like a tie-dye hairbrush and she's like braiding her long like hippie hair.
Oh, God,
and
that
she's
could have
in
been
like a
it.
matching like tie-dye two-piece. I don't know.
That could have been the moment. It could have been it. They're judged as individuals again, which I think is kind of
A
wild.
gag.
I think that the building was fumigated and that there was just residual aromas and poison that was floating in the air because they tell Anitra that she looked great on the runway. This would
Girl.
never fly on
In
any
what?
of the other girls. In what world? And then I feel like Jax's critiques were a little out of pocket too because they tell her that she was too much of a star, that she stood out too much against the others. But I swear there have been times where girls were given the number one because they stood out among their group for being better than the rest of them.
And it's like, also, wouldn't you rather, like, I don't know, for someone who's had a problem before of maybe not standing out enough, isn't
Right.
that a good problem? Like,
Right.
that would be a more tangible critique to someone like a mistress or someone who might be more of a steamroller.
Yeah,
But, like, she needs to pull focus.
absolutely. Aura wins the challenge, which I remember you originally were not featuring, and I was not featuring. I still am kind of confused why she won this one when I think others probably could have. Do you still remain confused?
I'm still confused. I'm still confuddled.
Conflamed.
I'm still conflamed. I know listen, or I don't want you to tune off. I know you've been faithfully listening since we started the episode. I don't want to lose you here, but I definitely feel like I missed something.
Yeah, there was something cut that we did not see. And then also I'm confused how they told Anitra that she didn't remember her words, and she is not in the bottom two.
Between like having critiques for her performance, the look is giving like a naked fashion doll that was like dressed up in like Adobe Illustrator.
And then was screen printed and sent over to Sid's bedroom where he
Not Sid's
ripped it up.
bedroom, please.
Yeah. And then the bottoms are Robin and Jax. And the song is In Your Room by the Bangles. This is a great song.
This is the first song I've heard of the Bangles that does not walk like an Egyptian. That was the only song I knew by them. And then I heard this song and I was like, wow, this is a good song. Feels so good.
It's a good song.
It's honestly really good.
It's a great song.
I like the it was a very interesting song.
Totally.
It's a very interesting lip sync song. Cause it's just like a very like kind of like fun like 80s
vibey.
Yeah.
Good time.
And Jax is over here doing flips.
Jax is an incredible performer, and let Robin have it.
She let every girl she lip sync against this season have it. Robin was doing like sexy like armography.
Mm-hmm.
But Jax like she has such an incredible talent at like looking like she weighs nothing.
Right.
Because like she flips and moves like she is literally weightless. And that is very like impressive. And even just like the way that she'll like swing her leg around or like kick her leg up, she like literally looks so weightless and effortless. And she doesn't strain her face ever either, which I think is also a skill.
Yeah.
Just like the effortlessness of it, like so cool.
She wins the lip sync, I think was completely valid. Robin is out. She was such a blip on this season, and she showed almost nothing. And I feel bad because, like, who is Robin Fierce? I still don't know. I have no idea who she is.
She's the queen of Best Buy.
The queen of Best Buy?
She's the Best Buy.
And then our last one we're talking about, which we'll probably get through pretty quick, is a reboot of the Daytona Wind? The Daytona Wind. How do you feel about this being a legacy return?
I feel like it was a bad decision because yes, it's an iconic challenge, but that was just kind of lightning in a bottle. Mm-hmm. And the fart part of it is polarizing. I liked the 80s camp, like dynasty acting moment of it all. Yeah. But it's like, even if like whatever was liked about that challenge, you can't replicate it. You can't do a part 2 and just expect it to be as good. No. It can't. It doesn't work like that.
And you can't turn it into a part sitcom, part cringe humor.
Yeah, like surrealist cringe humor.
Lingering on the silence.
Hate it.
I hated those moments. It made me sick. The conversation is all about Marsha's face, and this is a huge plot point. Malaysia and Mistress are having their moment and are kind of feuding. They eventually end up working together. But Malaysia doesn't even want to talk at the beginning of the episode and is kind of like shutting down a little bit. Yeah. And I get getting pushed to your limit and not wanting to blow up on TV. But also, it comes across like you're being a little immature by not wanting to talk about this in front of the room when you've got Mother Sasha like taking the lead and saying, I did not like this. Yeah. And you need to, understand that you're in a group and not treat people like that. Let's squash this and get on. What do you want to say, sister? I don't want to talk about it. Well, okay, we're talking about it right now, though. Yeah. Get your feelings out,
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's almost like when you like that thing. But it's kind of like over course correcting. Like you're going in the wrong lane. So you like crank your wheel and then you go in the other lane. But it's like, I don't want to do too much right now. So I'm not going to say anything. But also me being like reserved like this also looks a certain type of way. It's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't, which is unfortunate. But like, it's hard if you're someone who like, I don't know her life. But if maybe you like to like step away for a little bit or like, you know, go home after the gig and like, you know, kick your feet up, unwind.
Yeah.
I feel like it can be very difficult for your psyche to like constantly like go through the stressors and then be thrown back in with the same people like constantly and not have that unwind time. I'm someone who needs unwind time after work, social events, whatever. So kind of constantly cycling back and going into the belly of the beast like that probably is hard, but I get it both ways because I'd be like, okay, I don't want to say anything crazy. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But then I'm like, wait, I look like I'm brooding in the corner and being like crazy. Like, so it's so hard.
It's tough. But in that moment, you have the room on your side. They are all team mothers talking and Mistress was being a punk. This is your moment. Have it.
Because she was supposed to more so address like you were wronged as someone who like did nothing wrong in this situation. Like, what do you have to say?
Yeah.
But then she was like kind of just like she kind of fumbled that.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
she kind of loses the room, I think.
Yeah.
So in the challenge, I don't really have a ton to say about it. We'll talk about the runway really quick, but there are a lot of references in this. A lot of references to old seasons. How did they not understand the line, any hole is a goal?
I feel like half of them they had never heard before.
It's like they never watched Drag Race. Have you watched the show, Tamar?
Literally.
And Rue was so hands-on. Rue's like, do it like this. Deliver the line like that. I want to hear it this way. You can tell that she was really invested in this challenge in the way that she was last season. And the girls just flopped it.
I think she had a vision or at least a hope of how it would turn out. Either she was invested in the last one or she knew this one could maybe be something big like the last one was. I don't know. But I feel like you said, she had stakes in it and it was a mistake.
Mystique was a mistake. Can we talk about Rue's face?
Please.
She looks like someone pooped their pants on stage and she's like, I have never seen a car crash like this in 15 seasons.
She looks nervous.
She knew she already used that line in season 7. She couldn't do it again. She could have, though. She could have been like, this is worse than Shakespeare.
But it was rough. And like, I feel like a lot of them needed some severe guidance.
Absolutely. The runway category is Puffer Please.
Fun.
Yeah. Do you have any standouts? It's in my tops. I love Lucy's tribute to the Stay Puft Marshmallow. I think it's really cute and well styled. It's extremely drag. And I absolutely love that. I think that I'm such a freaking Jax apologist because I am obsessed with this honeybee. It's almost like waspy. I love the use of these like paisley bandanas to create all of those textures on top of the netting. I think that's gorgina. And then I'm kind of a delusional person here. I think that this look by Marsha is so cute. This person that went up to the Swiss Alps not realizing it was going to be cold and being in their slutty gear and ready for the resort.
Having like an ice burn.
Oh God, I'm so cold. Why is it so cold up here? I came up here to be a hoe.
Frostbite.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed. Those are my tops.
That was fierce, yeah.
But also shout out to Lux, the Judy Jetson Hooker version of Jackie Kennedy. Salute.
Is this not the look that she was wearing when he was assassinated?
It is indeed.
I'm sorry. That is literally like
sacrilege.
Gay people are so rotted. Like, what do you mean you saw that look and you're like, that's the one?
With a balloon dog.
I need to give that the Fifth Element makeover. With the balloon dog purse in red, in scarlet red. Like, get out.
The Fifth Element makeover.
It's Fifth Element Jackie.
I'm gonna fucking piss my pants. That's so funny.
And then
God damn it.
I do like I would say probably Lucy's is my favorite.
Mm-hmm. It's cute.
It's cute, it's camp, it's clean. I do weirdly love Malaysia's.
Do you?
Well,
you're looking at it again. You
I
thought
like
about
the
it?
idea of Malaysia's.
If you scroll by it really quick, you're like, oh, that's cute.
Oh.
And then you stop. It's like when you're flipping through a magazine. And then you're like, oh,
Very
wait, what
much.
is that?
I like the
Oh,
idea of her trying to
never
do
mind.
such like a pretty decadent puffer moment.
Sure.
My favorite though is Sasha's.
Sasha's is the moment. That's my high number 4, I think.
The way also she was able to take it off and like let it like hang, and she kind of just like walked with like the bodysuit. It was giving me that very like Kylie Sonique love, like when she lip synced to Christina Aguilera against Manila, and her like titty kept wanting to pop out.
Yeah.
That very like strappy kind of like street kind of video game kind of just like slutty rock and roll vibe. I love all of that.
She
here
said
for
this
all
was
of
a
that.
reference to something, but I forgot to write down what it was. There was a music video that she was referencing, or a character from a show, and I wish I had written it down.
Oh, I don't remember that either. Wow, I totally forgot that. But
Completely forgot.
I love the look.
Yeah, I think they were fun. What did you think about Selena's look?
The hot Cheetos.
The hot Cheeto girl.
Well,
Yeah, that's how I felt about it too.
I remember her like sharing an anecdote where she kept like requesting the hot Cheetos, and they kept giving her Cheeto puffs.
And that's not what she wanted.
And when that's part of why they look so weird,
Right.
is because they're supposed to be like regular hot Cheetos and Cheetos puffs. But I'm like, I don't think them being puffs is like what killed the look.
It definitely is not what killed the look. I don't think hot Cheeto puffs would have been what saved it. They show us the challenge. It was extremely uncomfortable to watch. I feel like Malaysia and Mistress and Marsha were like the only watchable parts of it.
And it's also like, it's just because they were good actors.
Yeah.
Like anyone who just like was charismatic did well.
Yeah.
And for me, like, yeah, like Mistress and Marsha were just like the most like funny,
Professional.
like, yeah. Like Marsha literally just like did her lines like really well, and like created like a quirky characterization. Like that was literally all that needed to be done.
It was like
because
Dita Ritz
This was rough.
in that one acting challenge where she was just solidly so good, but she didn't do anything crazy.
Dita Ritz catching a positive stray. We love you, Dita.
And all the rest of them were Madame LaQueer. I was trying to wipe my friend's hairy beaver. A sticky beaver.
Yeah, I really didn't love this number.
No, I
and the
hated
fact
it.
that it was like 10 minutes long too. It was so long. And then Danny Trejo shows up. And also it's crazy how much Danny Trejo sounds like Vanjie.
Totally.
Like that super like that like smoker's voice.
Yeah.
Like and then also he said Vanjie at one
he
point,
does
which was
during the
debilitating.
bloopers.
But yeah, he like really sounds like an older Vanjie, where it's like, like it kind of was like cracking me up. But
It's so funny. I think I remember they said that he showed up at the start. Like they got in, he showed up, they filmed the ending, and then he left before they did the rest of it.
that's crazy. I feel like that would be a good way to get energy up, though.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have a
a
guest
guest.
on set.
Yeah.
You remember Machete? Did you ever watch Spy Kids?
On the runway, Michelle asked Spice to stop doing the purse walk, which will come into play later. And I thought that was important to bring in.
This is her.
Oh, sorry. Go
This
ahead.
is her Tracy and Fierce Delicious moment.
The petulant.
Yeah.
Stop doing this. And then she does it
Yeah,
again.
it's getting old.
Michelle's about to clock out. She's like, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
not doing this season anymore unless you kick her out. I've been skipping a lot of the judges' critiques because I just don't. Not the ones where they're solo, not where they're talking with the girls.
Yeah.
I just don't care much about them. But I did listen to this one, and I have a complaint because Michelle asks if Marsha will ever give them drag, quote unquote,
Which that kind of.
because her look doesn't have sparkle on it. But oh yeah, because Mistress has sparkle on her costume, right? All the other girls, Sasha's got sparkle on her costume. Why aren't you asking about any of the others? And then the kicker is that Carson then asks if she's just a good actress playing a drag queen.
I like hate all of that.
I like it got mad.
That is deep twisted shade. And I feel like there's also just different ways to say it, because you could say to Marsha, I see the type of drag that your character emulates.
Right.
That being said, there are some serious players on this stage.
Yes.
And so if you have someone like Sasha Colby around you, I would just want to see what level you can elevate to for this competition.
Yes.
Like something like that is to me like what needs to be said, not like, can you do drag?
Right. She's doing drag.
Because I think they are trying to say like, well, other people are doing like some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And like we want to see some like crazy shit from you to see if you can do that too.
Yeah.
That's how I take it. But I also know that they're just saying it so hatefully.
They're saying it really hatefully, and it's because she's on the dossier to go. My controversial opinion is that Marcia is not doing drag differently than like Camden was doing drag her season, the last year. I think her and Camden are very on par with the way they present themselves, with what they do on the stage, and they ate up Camden.
Yeah.
Camden like did very light makeup, very light costumes, was super lightweight, wasn't super conceptual, but they ate it up.
Yeah.
They hate Marcia.
And it's like also unfortunate because I mean, I think Susie too, unfortunately experienced this too with like her makeup critiques of being told her makeup was bad. But it's like on Drag Race, I mean, everyone's hateful. The fan base is going to say like rotted shit anyways.
Right.
But when it becomes a critique and a story point of anything in your appearance, it unfortunately like makes it a lot more like, it's not that it's okay, but it makes a lot more people feel like it's suddenly okay to talk about it. Or even like bring it up to them like when they meet them, or like make it part of like their like whole
it's
thing.
a bit. Your makeup
like,
looking better today.
That.
It's parasocial.
Yeah. It's trying to make it like an inside joke almost, but it's like, bitch, this isn't like, no.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Mistress is called as the winner, and our bottom two are Aura and Jax. I think this was probably Jax's first valid time in the bottom. And this is one of my favorite lip syncs from this season, Sweetest Pie.
Yes, this is probably my favorite This and Marsha's lip sync are probably my favorite non-Lollapalooza lip syncs.
Totally.
But because Jax chews it every time she lip syncs, but this is probably my favorite Jax lip sync also to that
it's
point.
It's my favorite Jax lip sync. I remember Jax came in on a raid on Twitch into my channel.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, Jax, I think about your Sweetest Pie lip sync all the time because it's so good. And I legitimately meant it. She does this thing where she like sidesteps forward. I don't know if you caught that. She like does this thing where she like almost skips.
Oh, it's like a little like trot. Like she kicks the legs up on the little do.
Yeah. It's so cool. And she knew every word of that Megan line.
So that's really the differentiator of this is like, her and Aura are vaguely on an even playing field for the Dula Peep, but the Megan verses are really the differentiator in this lip sync.
Totally.
And it's like Aura makes it through them, whereas like Jax knows every word effortlessly and then is dancing to the raps, like doing like full choreo, like very impressive movements while still holding the rap and not like missing words or anything.
Completely.
And also like she handles being blocked so well.
Yes.
She's not being aggressively blocked, but she acknowledges it in her talking head. But she's not like, oh well, I'm gonna try and like push you out of the way or get in front of you. I'm just gonna do crazy shit so that even if you're trying to block me,
they'll still look at me.
Yeah. That's the way to do it, girl.
She handled it well. She was incredible the whole time. And I guess Rue didn't have a team to write her line because she says, Aura, you will always be the sweetest pie. The end.
Like chocolate sound effect.
It's so weird that she won the week before, got this strange throwaway win, only to immediately go home.
It's so confusing.
The win and go home girls always have the strangest trajectories.
Right?
That's a whole conversation.
And that's the other thing is the win and go home girls, one of the two, either the win or the go home is suspect.
Yeah, or both.
Or both.
Sometimes it's both. But this was just like a... Damn, you shouldn't have won last week.
I know, right? Because then it makes the win even weirder when she goes home. It's like, what?
Right.
And it's like, granted, it's like, don't beat yourself up too much for going home on this episode. But like, still, it's like,
On
it
this
is a
episode,
rough
which
trajectory.
sucks. I would
Yeah.
hate to go home on this episode.
I would hate to go home on this episode, but I also wouldn't beat myself up as much as if I went home on Snatch Game or something. I feel
Totally.
like that is a lot more haunting.
Totally.
But it's like, at least you went home on a throwaway challenge. So like, no one's going to be like, oh, you did so bad in that stupid challenge, you know?
right.
The only positive thing that came out of this challenge was the door slam meme.
That is the best door slam.
Which we didn't talk
ever.
about, but that is iconic.
It's iconic. I mean, it's the best part of the whole thing. Mother has arrived. It's iconic. Although I would have hated to go home on this song because you know that you're going to hear this song everywhere you go.
Okay, yeah.
You
it's
will
one
never
thing-
escape this song.
Like, Robin Fierce is fine.
She's never going to hear that song.
But like, yeah, Sweet as Pie or like, yeah, like Marsha going home to that Doja Cat song.
You're going to hear Boss B a million more times in 1,000 gay clubs. What did you think about My Dead Dad Will Haunt You All? That was so uncomfortable. What kind of curse? The season was already cursed. We didn't need to add more to it.
It's the clip from where like they're talking about religion and Trixie like looks and there's like the statue behind her watching her. That's such a random reference, but like that's like what I felt like 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 what? Like what?
What? Yeah.
Like, am I being watched right now?
Right.
Like, how far did that hex extend? Like, did that transcend through the screen?
I think it
Does
hit all
that
of
transcend
us.
through time? Like, is it like The Ring where it's like, if I watch it 5 years later, like it happens when I watch it?
Yeah.
Or was it a live cast? Like, it happened that summer?
It happened that moment. And you know what happened? MTV picked up Real Friends of WeHo. That was the curse. Her dead dad haunted MTV. And they picked up Real Friends of WeHo and cut that season in half.
Oh my God. That was his
That
curse.
was his curse. And then all the F words on Twitter.
He
put
drove
poop.
them to insanity. They didn't know what they were doing.
No. You remember when everyone was putting poop memes and like shit and stuff underneath the tags of Real Friends of WeHo? And like tagging themselves
Among
taking
other
dumps.
things.
Among so many other things. Like them taking dumps and stuff. That was insane. That was all Aura's dad. He did that to them. That was his curse. He like went and cursed everybody. Made them have horrible
his
time.
ghost bots.
Any controversial thoughts that we haven't aired?
I was trying to think. I feel like most of them we said in the moment. I mean, you know, Jax is underappreciated. She's a
Completely.
diva. I feel like they really should have shaved this season down. I'm not going to say who shouldn't have been there because they also could have just been saved for a different season.
Totally.
But I think if there had been 2, 3, 4 less girlies or something, I think everyone would have shined more. Storylines would have been a little more solid.
Cleaner.
Yeah, I think this is just too bloated of a season.
16 for 15 is a lot.
That is crazy. Yeah, 16 for 15. It should have been 14 for 15.
Yeah. Or triple eliminated in the snatch game like I wanted to.
Wow.
I won't back down from that. That's my controversial opinion for life. Can I say, as my last thought, I'm exhausted by this season already. Like, watching it is a chore.
And there's still so much.
There's still so much. There's the Lip Sync Lollapalooza, the Crystal Ball, the Gag-Worthy Stars, 2 Queens, 1 Joke, Wig Loose, Makeover, Blame It on the Edit.
We're technically not even halfway through.
We're not even halfway through yet.
2 episodes.
And I'm so exhausted by everything that's already happened. And it's not the cast's fault at all. It's just going at a snail's pace. And people complain about 14 being bad. Maybe there were 7 non-elimination episodes, but it went by quick. And I was
Yeah.
never fatigued by that season.
Not like this.
Not like this. I got a little fatigued by the like second or third time Georges was saved. I'm like, okay, come on now. But like, that was really just frustration that they wouldn't get rid of her.
And we haven't even gotten to any saves yet.
No, there's no saves. There are no saves this season. They
That
barrel
is
through with
crazy.
eliminations.
But it still is long as Fook.
Yeah. And think about it. Italia was done by now. We're in episode 7. Italia was done. We were getting to the finale next episode.
That
That's
is
insane.
crazy. The timeline of it all.
Yeah. Anyway, for a season that we both are not liking, we're talking a lot about it.
I mean, listen, when in Rome, we gotta make the most of it.
Yeah, it's true. We have 2 more parts of this season. Thank you for listening. Be sure to tune in next week as we talk about more. Remember, you're doing a great job. You're doing the best you can, and that is all that you can do. Good night.
Bye.